Red Kayn is one of the strongest junglers in the game at the moment, and I'm going to be going over why and how to efficiently play Red Kayn so you can gain some elo and climb. If you guys like the video, leave a like, comment, and let me know what you guys think down below. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so I'm going to be going over 3 sections for the video. The best builds, the best runes, and the best pathing playstyle for Red Kayn. So let's go on to the best build. For the best build currently on Kayn, I'm going 2 different builds for Red Kayn at the moment for the bruiser build. So for the first build, I'm going Eclipse into Cleaver into Frozen Heart, and then I finish that off with a Stair Axe or a Spirit Visage and then a GA depending on the enemy team comp. So for this build, I tend to go this build when they're heavy armor stacking on the enemy team. So like say they have a Malphite and a Leona and they have like a Mundo jungle or some type of jungle that will stack armor like an Amumu. I tend to go Cleaver second because I think it's the most efficient. Obviously with the Cleave stack, it's very broken against tanks and armor stacking champions in general. And then for the second build that I like to go when they have no armor stacking, I like to go Eclipse into Shojin into, sometimes I go Frozen Heart if they have a lot of armor and they're very bursty. I go Frozen Heart. If not, I go Grudge third, and then I finish that off with a Stair Axe or Frozen Heart or Spirit Visage, just situation items depending on the enemy comp. And then for third and final build, this is an Assassin Red Kayn build. This is a very common build, especially for a Korean challenger player. This build is actually very broken, I think, if you're very confident in your mechanics on Red Kayn and they don't have a lot of CC. The first item is Voltaic into, this is my take on the build, Voltaic into Shojin into Grudge, or usually it's Grudge third and then you build Edge and Eye or any type of defensive item. You can go Edge and Eye, you can go Yomu's for more movement speed if you're very confident, and then you finish that off with like a GA. The reason this build I feel like it's so broken is because the Voltaic synergizes really well with the Red Kayn. You can usually get an auto off, and even if they flash with the slow, W off as well and land it in team fights. It makes it very consistent for Red Kayn to land W, and it makes skirmishes really good for Red Kayn because he has a lot of burst damage. So this build would be something you go in like lower elos, just 1v9 to carry the game really hard, or if you don't need frontline, you can go this build to kill the enemy backline as Red Kayn. Alright, so moving on to the runes. The runes are very similar to the previous videos. Nothing has really changed in the runes. For the bruiser build, you go Conquer into Triumph, CDR, Last Stand, and then secondary you go Cosmic Insight and Boots. And then for the Assassin Red Kayn playstyle, the runes are very similar again. Dark Harvest, Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, Ultimate Hunter, Boots, and CDR. These runes are very standard for Kayn. Conquer, you can still go Conquer on the Assassin build if they have a lot of melee champs. Conquer is very solid still. Dark Harvest will probably be a lot better because you're building lethality, so it synergizes a lot better. But overall, the runes haven't really changed much for Kayn. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the playstyle. For the playstyle with Kayn, I think we're in a meta where full clearing is just very efficient, so being able to efficiently full clear and looking for plays is very important in the current meta. I think looking for cheese ganks level 2 or 3 are very out of meta and very not common. I think this will set you super behind, and I think it's not really worth to take those risks. I think it's all about maximizing your timing when you're jungling at the moment and making sure that you're like clearing into gank, clearing gank, and making sure you have a good balance of both, because a lot of the time junglers in the lower elo don't really have a good balance of clearing and ganking, and they just tend to fall super behind. Like, it's very important that you synergize both and are doing both efficiently. Moving on to pathing. So for Kayn at the moment, I'm usually going for a Raptor start into Krugs, Red, Wolves, Gromp, and then Blue, or you can do Blue Gromp. It doesn't really matter at that point. But the reason for this pathing is because I'm looking to farm a lot more in the early game, and I usually do this path against junglers that can't punish me for starting Raptors. So by junglers that can punish this path, I mean like Diana, Fiddlesticks, Lilia, these early game junglers that also look to full clear, and if they start the opposite side of you, will more than likely take your Raptors at 4 minutes if you're not there on time. So if you're looking to make a play early game, or you're looking to force a gank after your full clear, or you're looking to reset instead of going for the Raptors before the reset, then make sure you start rep buff and do Red, Krugs, Raptors, Wolves, Blue Gromp. Just do the standard clear, because if you opt to go for the Raptor start, you will get your Raptors stolen at 4 minutes, and they will also steal your Krugs right after on respawn, and this will put you really far behind unless you look to counter jungle the Raptors. So you don't want to take this risk against these type of junglers because they're more than likely going to be looking to full clear and punish you for that. I mean mostly in the higher elos especially, that people look to make that counter play on Kayn at 4 minutes on Raptors. So look to avoid that by starting rep buff into these junglers. Into junglers that don't really full clear and look to cheese a lot, it's fine to start Raptors because they're more than likely not going to be looking for your camps. They're more than likely going to be looking for an early gank, so you can punish them by being able to cycle your camps twice before you recall. And then that pretty much leaves it for the pathing. I'll be doing a matchup guide video here soon if a lot of people want to see that. If you guys want to see that, leave a comment down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, and let me know what you guys think overall about Kayn in the current meta. I think he's really good, like I said in the video, but I think Blue Kayn is just, he's mediocre. He's not the best, but Red Kayn for sure is really good at the moment. So if you guys want to climb and gain some elo, make sure you play some Red Kayn and let me know how it goes down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry for not consistently uploading in the past, like I think it was 3 or 4 months. I've been really busy with work and some other things in real life, but I'm trying to get back into posting a lot more, and I'm also grinding my league account at the moment. I'm doing pretty good, so hopefully I can have a guide of my climb and like videos of me playing in higher elos here soon. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.